High volume.
Boy, you know you need to come give me that dick. He wanna hit from the back cause I'm thick. I like to fuck on him when I get lit. Yeah, tell me the
All right, we're back. Happy. Hopefully it's Friday when we put this out. So happy Friday.
It'll be Friday.
Yeah.
It should be. I mean, we've been being decent.
We've been doing good.
Yeah, so we're going to get right into it because we've been doing a whole lot of pre-talking before we recorded.
Of course.
I'm not trying to be on here all night.
Right.
But, okay, let's get into it. Yesterday was May 1st. So we had the Met Gala. And I think this is our third time talking about the Met on our podcast.
Hell, it may have been more than that.
Right. We talk about it every year.
Yeah.
What we like, what we didn't like.
I love all the fashions.
This year to me was probably one of the best in the last few years where to me majority of people understood the theme and they came dressed for the theme. Now there were some where I was like, I don't know if y'all got the message. But everybody overall looked good.
Yeah. Everybody
overall
looked
good.
I think the theme, because this one, the theme was like Lagerfeld something, Karl Lagerfeld something. And so
Chanel.
Yeah,
like
well,
Chanel
he was the Chanel like designer for a long time. So it's like a given if you're gonna do Karl Lagerfeld. Yeah,
I know who he was, but I didn't know who he was. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I'm not deep into the fashions like that.
Fashions, okay. But yeah, I know he was like head designer over there. So it's like when they said him, I was like, oh, this is gonna be like Chanel and like florals and all the things, very vintage looking. And so that's pretty much exactly what it was. I would say my favorites of the night, definitely Holly. I don't know who her team is, but they never miss. Yeah, she looked beautiful.
Or Chloe, they never look bad. I'm gonna be
sometimes.
Honest.
I don't think Chloe looks bad, but I do think sometimes her dresses are like a little yawn for me, because sometimes it's a little predictable. But with Halle, she always gives you like a elegant or sexy or just like things are done correctly over there, and that's what I like. Okay. And the little like bob, they gave her like some little extensions, even and the way they remixing these babies' dreads.
Right.
They need an award just for that. Can we get some kind of dread award for the girl?
I ain't never seen no girl who that had locks with a bob. Where they do that at?
And look good. I love it.
Right.
Tiana Taylor ate that up. Jennifer Lopez ate that up.
I was J-Lo was okay. She was.
I like J-Lo.
It wasn't like but it was cool. To me it was all right. It was cool. J-Lo, cool.
It was kind of like classic J-Lo, cause like with the clean hair, and she's always like very sexy, but J-Lo is always sharp. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not saying she didn't look good, but it also wasn't like, oh, did you see J-Lo? Did y'all see no, but like
no.
She gave what J-Lo gives,
She just never disappoints me. I love J-Lo.
People like Tiana Taylor, Cardi B,
Janelle Monáe,
young Carisha. It was immaculate. Like the names we just said, immaculate. They look like effortless.
Carisha, gorgeous.
Even Doja Cat showing up with the cat shit. Like it was okay.
Yeah, Doja Cat dress was beautiful.
I like the little cat reference.
With the cat.
Doja Cat, she's Doja Cat. I like the play on it. I like it. I like.
Of course, I get it all.
I like it, and even in the interview, she's like, I like it. I like the interview. I like the of the cat. I like it. I like the
whenever I see Doja Cat, I just be like, I hope she's doing okay. Sometimes I just see her and I be thinking, yeah.
I like it. I like the little weirdness and the quirkiness. I like it. I thought it was cool.
Oh, I do. I'm here for all of that. I know she's like that girl with that, but I just be hoping that stuff with her be like some she want to do. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause they be having all them different like rumors about her and all that, and I just be like, oh, I hope she's doing okay. While you out here dressed like a damn cat. Lizzo, I thought looked really pretty. Sure,
She look pretty.
her face is so pretty to me. Just her face in
She has
general.
nice,
She
really
is a
nice
beautiful
skin.
face. I'm trying to
It's like
think
a
who.
good skin tone, nice brown skin.
Yes, Yara Shahidi looks pretty.
Yes, yes. I was just about to say it. I literally was just about to say that.
Yes,
Yes, she looked.
gorgeous.
She looked. Oh,
She looks
I
like a young Lynn
what's his
Whitfield.
name? Tyree Brown
Oh
Henry
yeah,
from
yeah.
Atlanta. I
Sure,
love the ruffles. I
I
love the
like
ruffles.
that.
Give me.
It
Even
was like he
Diddy.
was gonna say, "Here he."
Right. He just needed a powdered wig.
I know that's right.
Even
What did
Diddy, he
you?
was styled by June Ambrose. He looked good. Diddy looks good.
Yeah, he's crazy ass. Kiki
Now
Palmer looks good.
oh, that
Gorgeous.
baby gave her ass and titties and
Titties.
hips
Yeah,
and sitting and somebody said
yeah.
Kiki the Stallion, and I was like, yes,
I know
her
that's
in that
right.
one piece when she wore that
Gorgeous.
leopard, I was like,
Gorgeous.
Kiki,
Gorgeous.
Kiki, okay,
Um,
sharp, gorgeous.
trying to see who else did I just
Okay, let's
love.
talk about some of the misses.
Yeah,
I personally did not like Lil Nas X. I'm just gonna be honest.
me either.
I get it. It's over the top, the avant-garde, the art, the whatever, the beauty of it. But I'm tired of seeing Lil Nas X naked. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm tired of
Yeah.
seeing him always naked. Like, where to me, there was no progression. It's like we knew him as the cowboy with the hat and the boots, and then he just is butt ass naked. He don't never have no clothes on. Where is? I just need a little bit of in the middle. Can we meet? Can there be a gray area, please?
I don't know if it's just me, but I'm tired of him.
Yeah, he's played out to me. No offense, and it's not
Every
to me.
time
The music isn't that good. I've listened to the albums. Or the albums. I think he has one or two. I listen or the EPs, whatever. I've listened to his music. It's not to me long lasting artistry, top notch, whatever. So to me, for him to be at these events and he's not to me like he's not trying. Like I was watching E News and they were like, "Oh, this is to be expected," and that's exactly how I felt. Like he gonna show up naked. He gonna be naked.
Yeah, like just nothing about him anymore. And I guess once you've done so many like shocking things or like your whole like persona is kind of about shock value, it's not too much more I guess you can shock us with. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I guess maybe that's why I feel like that about him, but I don't know. I'm kind of good off him. I would have been good with never seeing that. I'm trying to see who else I didn't like.
So it wasn't a miss, but to me, it didn't necessarily fit the theme. And if you ever see this, I'm still a fan and I love you. And if you want to come on here, girl, come on. But Gabrielle and Dwayne, I liked the way they looked, but it didn't fit the theme. And it was very much so giving. And I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna just say this: every time they go out now, it very much so gives bottom and top.
Yeah.
And it very much so gives Gabrielle
beating
that nigga back in. She be beating that nigga back. Like it was even the way they stand. Like Gabrielle be like, and he be like it's very just. What? I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I'm here for it if that's what your relationship dynamics are. But it's like to me very obvious, like with her wearing red and him being in the black. It's like very much so to me, like they want it to be clear. She running shit, okay?
Yeah. When I saw them, I was just like, he kind of like it was giving me like Batman dressed up a little bit because it's like the coat was a cape. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a fan of Gabrielle Union. You know, my relationship with her is a little like up and down. I did read both of the books and everything. Like I'm a fan of her work, but and I think she's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the fashion though, she don't never give me nothing. That's just me. when it comes to the fashion, I'm never like, oh, what is Gabrielle? I personally never feel like that. So when I saw this, I was like, and I kept scrolling. That's just how I felt about it.
She
That's
has
just,
hits and misses for me.
it just never really gives me like fashion. I never feel like that about her. I feel the same way about Lala. I feel like she probably had on a Fashion Nova
I
dress.
actually liked what Lala had on though.
I literally yawned.
This was one of the few times I actually liked what Lala had on.
Somebody said it's giving flow from Progressive, and I agree.
Yeah, but it was kind of on theme. And I was
Yeah,
at
I
least
mean,
kind of happy that she was on theme because sometimes Lala don't always be fitting the
she
like she
don't
be,
always be fitting the
you know.
theme, so maybe this was a win.
That's what I'm saying. You got to take what you can get because
I actually don't. I want her stylists to take what they can damn get, because this
well,
is
it's
like a
only what
Fashion
so much
Nova
shit that
dress.
ass she didn't win and bought can fit in.
If her friend can squeeze her ass and safety pin
No,
her
Kim
ass
ass
into
is
a
not as
damn,
big as her ass used to be. We all know Kim didn't get that
well,
ass took
if
out.
Cardi B and them and all these other girls can get them a dress, baby, I need you to either sit it out or figure it out. Okay? She never gives me nothing. That's why they had her there working, doing interviews.
This was
It's giving me
one
you
of
had
the
to earn
better
your
looks.
keep. Bye.
It was one of the better looks. I'll
How
say
you
that.
let Rita Ora show up and outdress you, and we ain't seen her in damn 10 years? Get
That's
on.
because she dating that Indian dude. I think he's or
Well, I
actor
need
guy,
Lala to go contact
famous
their cousins.
actor, writer, director dude. He got a lot
I
of
need
money.
her to do that then. Billie Eilish. Mm-mm.
She never gives me anything. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm not a fan of
I'm
Billie's
not a
look.
fan. I already am not a
Um,
fan of them, but Kylie, meh.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like the pearls on Kim, but also was not nothing I haven't seen before on Kim.
Yeah, that's what it didn't surprise me. You know what I'm saying? But it was pretty. It just wasn't
Rihanna.
like,
What do we think of Rihanna?
oh, I liked Rihanna's.
Yeah.
I know that like what she was saying, how he always has the like bride at the end of a lot of his shows. That's a big deal. So I understood what she was doing. So yeah, I liked it. She always gonna give us like kind of avant-garde, like real fashion. So I ain't expect her to have on nothing normal, but it was pretty
Right.
on her.
Yeah, she looked good, giving
Yeah.
face.
I don't see nobody else. Oh, what did you think about Ice Spice?
Why was she there?
Yeah. I'm be honest, I was kind of happy to see that she was there, because I'm like, I always be happy for the black girls when we just be in spaces, you know what I'm saying? But I do
Yeah.
think that the dress was lackluster. Yeah.
To me, it's and I don't know what the spectrum is on determining the guest list of it all.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, there should have been like Ice Spice has been out what 8 months, 9 months, 10
Yeah.
months, not even a full year.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's some other fashion girly rappers that are popping and
Mm-hmm.
really known that probably could have went to this. People like Doechii, Flo Milli, Rico Nasty, just
Mm-hmm.
other rapper girls who I know pay your dues or whatever. I just feel like the spot, like, and for what she gave, it's just like obvious. It seemed very
Yeah.
like they threw her in the last minute. Like, girl, I sent you in New York. Just come on and come over.
Yeah. Oh, well, maybe she performed or something. Because I know people like perform
Oh,
there
and
or whatever.
just only got 2 songs, 3 songs, maybe.
Oh, that I don't be doing all those things.
And
Uh,
has to look good, but she always looks good. So
these you see what I'm saying?
she ever since she
Um,
did the Devil Wears Prada, she ain't missed a step.
child.
She ain't missed a step. She ain't missed a step. Okay.
Yeah. What you think about Erica Badu? I know
Her
they were
daughter looks
talking
really
about
good.
her. Huh?
Puma looked good. Her daughter, Puma, she went with Erica and she looked really good. I love Puma's outfit. I didn't really see a whole bunch of pictures of Erica, but I saw like kind of looked like she was wearing a drape or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Erica gonna do Erica, so I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
I was gonna say she gonna always do what it is that she gonna do. But the looks of the night have to be Janelle Monáe, Tiana Taylor, Carisha, aka Young Miami, Diddy. Brian Tyree Henry. Oh, Bad Bunny. I like the back out with the chain. I know a lot of people be kind of about the androgyny of it all and the femininity. I like the back out with the little chain going because he got a nice ass back. You can tell he work out.
Yeah.
I like Bad Bunny with the cape or with the little shawl with the roses. I liked it. I thought that was a really good look. To me, the men actually were dressed really well this year.
Yeah, the men looked good. I also liked everything Cardi B had on. Every single thing, from the red carpet to the party dresses, she ate that up. She
Everything.
ate that up.
But Cardi has established herself as a fashion girl at this
She
point
has.
already.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Anne Hathaway tore that up with the safety
Toe it up.
pin.
That's
Baby,
what
she
I said.
did
Toe it
that.
up.
Yeah, she did that, and she's wearing Versace. And posted on my story. Okay. Yeah, she did that.
Naomi Campbell looked good, but it wasn't mind blowing.
No, it wasn't mind blowing, but it was pretty. Always very pretty. I love seeing her in pink. I love seeing pink on dark skin tones. That's just pretty.
Mm-hmm.
That's just cute.
All
Let's
right.
see what
I
else
think
we
that's
got.
about it.
So next we're gonna talk about I don't know if y'all been seeing this clip. It's kind of been going viral all over again or
I'm trying to
whatever.
remember the clip that went viral in here, but we're gonna talk about the whole entire interview on here.
Yeah.
I will not ask you to indict men in this question, but I do want you to speak, Ayanla, to how women need to, position ourselves so that we can be in our divinity, so we can have our crowns right, how we can create and not build, when some of us, quite frankly, feel that the men that are available to us, and I'm talking about across the color spectrum, across the age spectrum, trust me, I've done them all, they are not positioned to protect nor provide because of some of the statistics we just talked about. They're not earning the incomes. They're not having the resources, and some of them are not even showing up in the leadership.
Would you date a bus driver? Would you date
if
a bus
he owns
driver?
the bus? If he owns
No.
it. If he owns the bus.
See, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem.
Okay.
Because the standards and requisites, and I'm not talking about him laying on his sofa playing video games all day. I'm not talking about that. But the standards and the criteria that we use to measure men is off for who we are as women and who they are in this society. I would date a bus driver if he loved driving the bus, if he was a man of integrity, if he was good to his mama, if he treated me well, I would date a bus driver. But we think that it's another human being's responsibility to give us what we need instead of us building together. I can build with a bus driver.
I put the clip that everybody's talking about.
I'll definitely link it below and all that stuff too. But it was an interview on Grio with Ebony K. Williams and Iyanla Van Zant. And basically they were talking about divine femininity, how women talk to men. And I know Iyanla is doing this like class now where she kind of I guess you could say she wants to like mentor women a little bit on like different things. So I think she was on there to promote that. But in the clip, Iyanla asked Ebony K. Williams, would she date a bus driver? And Ebony said, oh, I would date him if he owned the bus, but not if he was a bus driver. And to that, Iyanla responded, that's what's wrong with women. I would date a bus driver if he had integrity and if he was a good man and, all the things.
Well,
Right.
treated me well,
And so I guess that kind of is like pause for us to ask how or does success, I guess, with finding man or finding men, does that matter? Should it matter? How much does it matter? Like all of that.
For one, I think also we should preface that Ebony K. Williams asked Ayanla basically like, what can women do now? Like successful women, because that's what she primarily focused on. Ebony saying, "Hey, I'm a successful woman, and I date men of all races, and I've still had problems. So how can me as a woman who's successful change my thinking or change how I perceive dating and men. And that's when she came out and asked about the bus driver.
Because she's saying women is like so wildly sometimes more successful than men and yada yada yada. So how can we do that?
Right. And I think I agree to a certain extent with Ayanla about that. I do think there's a lot of focus on how much, like a certain number, like an actual overall outstanding number that a man makes instead of the overall package of the person and the human being.
I agree with that.
Nowadays, I think that there's a lot of, because we see it all the time and we hear about, these crazy situations where people get divorced after a year, 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah.
Why? Because this person, they have the money, they're millionaires or whatever, but their internal, structure is all fucked up. They can't talk to them. They don't, whatever. So I agree with her on that point. But I think there's also a lot of times when Ayanla talks, because I've watched her show, I'm a fan or whatever, I think there's also some generational biases. I think that a lot of when we talk to people from older generations, like the later end of millennials or generation, what is it, the boomers after that, or generation X, I don't know. But the people, let's just say, I'd say 40 and up. When you talk to people 40 and up, there's a disconnect with I don't want to say batch of men, but the men that are like 19 to 35 and the 40 and the up. There's a huge disconnect with the understanding of like just certain things. So I think that a lot of times when Ayanla explains certain things, she's not understanding that like these niggas out here ain't even fucking bus drivers. Like that's the problem. They think they too good to be a bus driver. They rather sit at home and just figure it out and wait for some shit to fall about the sky in their lap. And, they wake up or wait for their viral video. Everybody want to be viral or get the clout or be, it's no more. People don't want to have regular jobs no more. And I think that's a lot of, and then it's like about lifestyle being balanced too. I don't think a woman me personally, I don't think a woman who making, let's say, multi-millions should be with somebody who making $30,000 a year. That's just a huge imbalance.
Yeah.
And the lifestyles ain't even the same. The understanding ain't even the same to a certain degree,
Yeah. I agreed with what she said, like you did. Like I didn't agree with everything she said, but I do think it's a lot of emphasis on like men and like, just like how with us, they'll be like, what can women bring to the table? Women nowadays are definitely interested in what men can bring to the table. And I think it's just really because we've gone through a lot of things with men and, a lot of times we're looking for men to be providers. That's kind of societally how a societal norm, like that's what we think it's supposed to be. But I don't know. I don't know. I think it's good and bad. Obviously, you want somebody that's got like things going on in their life. You don't want somebody that's, like you said, sitting at home playing video games or like waiting to go viral or whatever. Like you don't want that. But even the men with money be assholes. You know what I'm saying? Like even the men, a lot of times men with money view women as so disposable, and that's why a lot of them be having a whole bunch of kids or they be having a whole bunch of women because they feel like I got the money to do whatever I want to do. Like a lot of the men that are on a level that a lot of other millionaire women would, could be with, they don't want to be settled down. And sometimes they don't even want to be with women that's their damn age. So it's still really like you just don't know. Like at some point it's sad to say, but like she said, I do think women are gonna have to like compromise. I don't think you have to compromise like that big where like, or in that much of a pay gap or whatever, like where he ain't making nothing and you making a whole bunch of money. But even if it was like that and y'all had some kind of like actual genuine connection, maybe
Mhm.
like figuring out how y'all could build together, like she said, or y'all can help each other out or whatever. Like I think I think the way that we view things kind of like closes us off from things happening to us. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, if
Mhm.
you decide in your mind, like, well, there's nobody out there, or all these dudes are like this, or all men do XYZ, then all your men will. Or you'll
Mhm.
never find nobody. That's why she said later on in the clip, like, well, if you start dating to date, you gonna be dating forever. You'll find something wrong with everybody.
Correct.
So it's
Exactly.
like I don't know. I feel like we just gonna have to get to a space where we compromise, because especially for Black women, like there's so many of our men that are, they are locked up in prison, or they live in a life, on the streets or whatever, or they
Mhm.
haven't gone to school or whatever. So we may never find a equal counterpart. But I feel like if you do have a good man and they're working, or they're a good man to you, they're good to their family, XYZ and the third, I don't think it's nothing wrong with that.
Agree. Yeah. And I think that also the part where she was talking about what we see and how we're trained,
Mm-hmm.
especially women who come from single mother households or single parent households and being raised by primarily women, there is that sense of, okay, like she said, she used herself as an example. She was like, I always say I was a horrible mother, but I was a wonderful father to my kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think in some instances, and I speak for myself, where I'm so used to seeing my mom be both do everything. Ain't no guy out of tire flat. I can call this man to come change the tire. No, I gotta pay for AAA so somebody can come change the tire. Or if I need to, I can change the tire myself. It's just like different things and different ways I watched my mother take care of everything. So now with me, when I meet men and I date, there is a sense of like, I consciously always try to make sure, like, have I created the space where he feels like he can fit into what I got going on
Mm-hmm.
already? He don't feel like I'm like, oh, you worry about everything, you got everything, so what you need me around for?
Yeah.
Because that is a thing for me, and they want to feel needed. They want to feel like
Mm-hmm.
there's a place they can help take care. A real man, I feel like a real man wants to be needed and wants
Absolutely.
to have a place and wants to take something off your plate and try to make life somewhat easier to an extent for you.
I don't even
So
know what the solution to that would be, and I guess it could kind of be like communication, or just like learning to include people, because like
mhm,
I don't know. That can be hard though. I feel like for me, because I've always just like had my dad, yeah, we've had like ups and downs. I feel like because with my parents' marriage, they definitely had ups and downs, and then divorce. So that
mhm,
made him and I have ups and downs. And
mhm,
my mom is a very strong woman. I've seen her do tons of stuff and succeed and get degrees and handle all the things. So like now I kind of have that in me too, where I want to do all the things by myself, but I also know I can call my dad to change his tire. So in
mhm.
dealing with men, I feel like when I started dating, I ain't need no man to do nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? I could just call my daddy. So that just
Mhm.
wasn't even like the purpose of me dating them. And I never even, like, when I would be going through different things, I ain't never even include them in on them problems. I would just handle it over there and then tell them about it later. And then they were like,
Right.
well, why didn't you tell me? Or like, why didn't you whatever? And I'd be like, oh, I guess I could have. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I guess we have to practice like learning, like how she was talking about in the video, like, grace, femininity, like learning how to be softer. I think that's what the whole like soft life trend was all about. Just like
Mhm.
learning how to like dwell more in your feminine energy and not be so like all the time. And even
Right.
though the world really like made us like that, because we have to get things done, and like if we don't
Mhm.
do it, nobody else will. I guess
Right.
like learning how to accept help from men and like learning how to let them in is gonna have to be a skill we acquire. Because even when you get with somebody it's gonna have to be like a give and take kind of thing. So
Mhm.
I mean, if you can't like shed that a little bit, you're gonna have to you might be by yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like I was telling someone earlier, I was talking to them kind of about this, and I was just like, for me, I think, well, not for me, but just in general, I feel like nowadays a lot of relationships are based on transactional things instead
Yes.
of, again, the human being who you are dealing with.
Yes.
Now it's you have men who's, like you said, they have a lot of money, so they feel like because of that money, they should have access to everything, which
Yes.
includes women. They feel ownership over women. So I
Mm-hmm.
took you on a $300 date. You should want to fuck me. That's the
Exactly.
exchange. But
Mm-hmm.
then you have women who are out here like, hey, you got to send me $400 to even be in my presence, to
Mm-hmm.
even breathe my air, which to me is a little bit like, come
That's a
on
little
now.
crazy. Yeah.
Like, come on now. But there's women out there like that. And again, that don't matter, because at the end of the day, whether he can send you $300 or take you on a $300 day or send you $400, it's about, does this person, again, treat you right? Do they talk to you right? Will they pray for you when you down and out and you need somebody to hold your hand and wipe the tears from your eyes? Will they do that? Do they believe in your dreams? Will they help you try to achieve
Mm-hmm.
those are the things that's important. And a lot of times nowadays in a conversation, that ain't what people talking about when they talking about they want a partner. It's about, how much money do he make a year? Can he take me to this
Yeah.
place? Can he pay for my nails? Can he get me this car? Can he get me a condo?
Yeah.
Can he? And it's just like,
We're
that
gonna
ain't
have
what's
to
important.
yeah, we're gonna have to just like unlearn a lot of well, like specifically for women, because I can't speak for men because I'm not a man, but I
Mhm.
feel like we're gonna have to unlearn a lot of that stuff. Like even now in my own relationships, I be like, "Ooh, that was a little okay. That was a lot. Maybe I'm doing it. Maybe it's me. I'm the drama. Like you know what I'm saying?
You know
Like
what we call that? Growth.
growth." Like it's like constantly figuring it out. I mean, even like Iona said, like she was working on it on her own self, like working on her mouth and like working on the things that she say to me and things like that. Like I think that's as women, especially as black women, because like the world has made us these strong black women who can do anything and we can like all that stuff. I think we are those women. We can do anything and we are strong and we are like amazing and we overcome, but like we're also just beautiful women too. Like, and there's power in being just your
Vulnerable.
woman self and being
Right.
vulnerable, having grace, giving grace, like knowing when to like you know handle somebody's emotions or knowing when to give support, like knowing when to nurture others. Like there's still power in all those things as well. So I think
Mhm.
we need to like get back into a space like that, because men that want to be with women, I think that's what men be trying to say. They don't want to be with another man. Like they don't
Mhm.
want you to be a man in a skirt. You know what I'm saying? They
Right.
don't.
Yeah,
They don't
like
want
you
to
said. Yeah.
come home and like argue with you about stuff or like all that. It ain't necessarily. For me, I don't think it's always about like the cooking and the cleaning and all that stuff. It's
Right.
like he
Mhm.
want to come home to a woman, to a girl. He's a
Mhm.
man. I think that's what it is. Like we have to like figure out how to be more like that.
And it's on both sides. I mean, I can't speak for the men, but I think, like,
Yeah.
I was talking to a man earlier on the phone about this, and I was saying, I think, at least in my personal experiences, when I've talked to women of all ages, from my age range and up to 90s, most women who want to be married, like in a
Mm-hmm.
relationship partnership with a man, fall into place without somebody telling them to do these things and have these things. Like, it's when everything is working cohesively, and I feel like
Mm-hmm.
this is in the Bible somewhere, and I might be paraphrasing, but
Call it
when
preach.
everything when folks doing when everybody is aligned and on the same path and cohesively doing what they're supposed to do, stuff gonna cohesively fall in. You ain't gonna, when you as the man in the situation, whatever, whoever decides to be the man, because
Mm-hmm.
everybody a little different nowadays, so we gonna make it general. Whoever is deciding they gonna take the man lead household role in the relationship, but they leading properly and all that, you ain't gonna have to call her and tell her to do cook, clean, worry about it. Again, it's a balance.
That's the thing. I feel like that's the thing. If men was really like doing what they were supposed to do and making their like women or whoever child feel protected and safe and like secure, baby, she'll clean the house top to bottom. She'll do whatever she can to support you. Like it wouldn't have to be said. You know what I'm saying? And then vice versa. If men or if women took care of their man, he go out there and get the bacon, go out there and make the money. Like because you like provided a home for him to feel comfortable. He feels safe to go out in the world and to do that and to bring the bacon home, bring the money home. Like it has to be like a cohesive thing, just like you just said. When I was reading DeVal and Kadeen's book We Over Me, that's one of the things he said in there. Like at one point when he was in the NFL, they were living in I think Detroit, and he had like bought her a house or bought them a house rather, and basically they was living kind of like lifestyle of the rich and famous. Like they was living good, he had money, yada yada yada. When he got dropped in the NFL, they had to come back home to Brooklyn, and they lived in an apartment with his brother, and it was some other people. I think they had some tenants in the apartment, totally different than how they was living, and he couldn't get a job. You know what I'm saying? He basically started building his own like training company from ground up. So Kay went from being basically a stay-at-home housewife to she had to go out and get a job, and she worked at Mac, and that was how they got like insurance and all that kind of stuff. But in that time, he said that she never made him feel like less of a man because she had to do that. You know, he just stayed down and figured out what he had to do, and when he started making enough money, he told her to quit that job, and then she was able to go on and do what she needed to do. I just feel like sometimes it has to be more of a like you really just got to make sure you with the right person, because I feel like once you get with the right person, everything, yeah, for the right reasons, I feel like everything else will just like figure itself out, and y'all can like support each other and like, you know, make a plan and all those things. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just a life partner and you're not married and you just with your best friend.
To the life partner. I was just talking to my mom about this, and I said, the older I get, the more I just want somebody who I know got my back. I don't care if he my husband, my boyfriend, my life partner, my boo, whatever title he want to call himself, Mr. Varner Williams. I don't give a damn. I just want somebody in my life who got my back. Who care about me.
Mr. Varner Williams.
For real. I would not care if I met a man and he want to get married. He said, you know what? I'm non-traditional. I want to take your last names. What the fuck ever.
Yeah.
Like some stuff is not important and some stuff isn't important. And again, it's about, are you going to love me on the days I don't love myself? Are you gonna pour into me when I can't pour into myself? Are you gonna support my dreams? Are you gonna pray for me? Are you gonna like the stuff that's important? I don't give like it's the values and the morals and all the everything is all fucked up. It's all again, it's not saying that money's not important and having a career,
of course,
having your shit together. Like I was explaining to a guy earlier, I said a lot of times when women are talking about financials, it comes across like we being gold diggers, but it's more about we want to know that you as a man are able to take care of yourself as a man. Like I don't want to be with a nigga and we get into a car wreck and I'm like, this motherfucker ain't got health insurance. What the fuck? I don't know. It's about to cost us. I need to drive us to the hospital because the ambulance, we can't even afford that. It's gonna be $7,000 because the health insurance and like that's real world stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't like that's what we be caring about. Do you have things in place already as an adult, as a man, that you know, you're taking care of yourself, not that you just shooting the shit.
Yeah. I would say even in that, like still find the man that's doing enough for you. Because like me and Oksana were watching this like guy, he was talking about like manifesting like success in your life or whatever, and he was saying like he always tells his clients to think big and all this stuff, and I'm like, everybody's idea of what's big and like what success is different. Just
Exactly.
like everybody's ideal of what the ideal man or ideal partner is. So to somebody who maybe, is okay with, whatever, a bus driver's fine, or a teacher, or to some people, a lawyer may not be enough. Or to some people, they absolutely don't want to date a doctor, or they don't want nobody that's corporate. Like, everybody's desire is not to just roll in money. You know what I'm saying? To some people, if they've grown up with money or if they've grown up with things in excess, that's the last thing on their list because they already good. You know what I mean? So I just feel like we do sometimes need to get away from like letting money like rule every single thing, and get more down to like the person, the personality, and all that stuff. But it ain't everybody's desire for them to like live a luxurious life. Some people don't give a fuck about that. So just find out like who's the best for you, and don't worry about like what social media says and what everybody else got going on. Just
Exactly.
do your thing. Like if you
like them, then like them and live your life.
yeah, like everybody ain't gonna be no damn entrepreneur and quit their damn job.
Right. So
Everybody don't need to.
anyways, let's get into something a little more lighter. Let's talk about TV. Let's talk about Ghost, because last year we did week by week. We're gonna have to, I think we on episode 6, so we're gonna have to kind of talk about all the episodes up until this point. I don't even know where to begin. Like, I guess we could start off with rest in peace to Poppy, Mr. Tejada, Big Tejada,
Poppy.
Right. Poppy, no! Poppy!
Poppy.
But Poppy!
Poppy.
But Poppy!
But Poppy, what am I supposed to do?
I don't want to sell drugs anymore, Poppy. But you got to do this, mija.
I love it.
Rest in peace to my nigga Lorenzo. But he did it to himself, because he should have told Monet that he shot that motherfucker when he shot him. And I promise, I feel like she would have probably understood. But the fact that he waited 4 months,
I don't think that she would have understood.
I think she would have, because they had the plan, remember? So I'm like, maybe she would have understood that he thought that was him because of the plan they were making. But when you wait, you sit on that shit for 4 months and you didn't let her kill him of another person too.
I don't think it would have ended well either way, to be honest. Because him doing that and going out there wasn't even a part of the damn plan. That was his problem. He went in the damn plan and he couldn't just wait and see how it was going to turn out. So he thought he was going to go out there and take matters in his own hands. And he should have just stuck with the plan and took his ass home. So I think she would have been mad that, like, why you even doing that when I told you not to do nothing? And then you go out and kill my damn nephew.
My son few.
My son few. So I don't think it would have ended well either way. But waiting this long definitely like dug the knife in and twisted it a lot more.
That motherfucking pot simmer till it boiled over.
Man, to be honest, I hate that Kane figured it out. I wish he had if he could have found out some kind of way to just keep it to himself, then he should have did that. Because once Kane found out, I knew that she was gonna find out. So I was like, oh, it's just a matter of time.
Power hungry nigga. All he wanted
to
do
is fine.
He is fine as fuck. Woody
so fine.
Is so fucking fine.
He's so fine.
I'm ready for them sex scenes with what's her name?
Him and
I'm ready for him. I'm ready.
I love her.
I don't like Effie. I mean, I like Effie, but I don't.
Yeah, I like her, but I don't like her.
Like, I like that she bout her shit. Like, regardless, she don't give a fuck, and she bout her shit. But what she fucked up at is, and again, what people fuck up at is they don't tell people shit. Communication, people. She should have told Tariq that she was gonna kill that girl. She should have said after she did, hey, I had to take matters into my own hands and I had to kill her because she wasn't going like that whole speech she just did. She should have did when she did it.
Yeah.
I think
She should have been told him.
Yeah, I think he would have understood why she did what she did. But the fact that all this shit that happened, homegirl and popped up, the investigation going on, all of this shit, and it's all because he did not know from the jump that she tried to kill that girl.
Yeah, that's fucked up. I do like how they're kind of like morphing him into ghosts. You know what I'm saying? Because if you notice, even
he his daddy's son.
Even a lot of the outfits and stuff they have him on, like he's like dressed up a lot of the time now. Like I see what's going on here.
Sometimes they bone structure be looking. I'm like, shout out to the casting people because that really he looked like that's his daddy.
Yeah, he does. With Braden and them.
Brady's such a pussy ass nigga.
Yeah, he is
wholeheartedly. He every time I want him to step up to the motherfucking plate and handle some shit. Like and then what kind of motherfucker you selling drugs through the company? You gonna step to your motherfucking uncle and try to tell him he doing illegal shit? Nigga, you're doing illegal
crazy shit. Yeah, and then was surprised when they knew about it.
Like, why you think Kiki didn't give a fuck about doing the shit in the first place? Because she already doing illegal shit. People who don't ask questions are already doing fucked up shit. Come on now.
Exactly. Yeah, I feel like though, whenever he does finally kill somebody on the show, he may be like real ruthless or something like Tommy.
What if it's like his family member or something? Like he has no choice, but it's like the hardest decision he's ever had to make. Like, what if it's Kiki? What if he got to kill Kiki?
Yeah, I was thinking that too, because now that she's like privy to all that information, they wouldn't hesitate to kill a damn black girl. She'll just be collateral damage.
The theories are saying that she known my daughter.
Oh yeah, and somebody else was saying that it could have been Effie, and like she just doesn't know it or whatever the fuck. Yeah, child. It's been really good though. Mary J. Blige, she ruthless as hell this season. For her to like let this go on with Drew and the Hispanic guy, I'm just like, oh my god, like
I'm tired of Drew and his whole phase, and it's not because of the next thing. I'm just genuinely tired of him and his whole phase. Like, I get that it was a part of the storyline, I guess, to build up to him killing the nigga. But like, I'm tired. Okay, like, we good. Let's move on.
Yeah, definitely that.
Poppy, let's go on. Okay?
Yeah.
Another thing. Diana and Mr. Dr. Salim Alaikum Hakuna Matata.
That nigga I don't like. I do not like him.
He about to die soon.
He needs to.
Yeah, he about to die soon.
I don't like him.
He's so full of shit. Ooh,
I have not liked him probably since the first episode when she damn talked to him.
And then my mama to talk about him, she be like, but he ain't even medium ugly. He just ugly.
I can't stand that little boy. And it's like, before, whenever he was like, well, you probably need to stay away from your family. Diana, what do you think?
First of all, you can't even read the room. Huh? You was at her daddy funeral talking about your dad was a criminal. Motherfucker, can my daddy
at the funeral? And then you know where you at, right? Like, you in here with a bunch of drug dealers and stuff, and you gonna disrespect me like that? Yeah, he get on my nerves. And I knew he was gonna do that punk ass shit with her job and try to take her job away after that little pussy ass poem. Get on.
That was such some pussy ass shit to do. The fact that she didn't want to date you again, you gonna take the girl job?
Come on now.
She pulled your motherfucking card.
As she should have. As she should have.
Quit this job and free up some of the damn shifts for the motherfuckers who need it.
Thank you. He out here playing like he damn new from ATL. Nigga, you got a Picasso in your house.
Oh gosh, I'm trying to think. And Lauren, I want her to be dead in real life. I'm tired of her ass.
I'm about tired of her too.
Is you gonna be down for the ride or you gonna work with the feds? Because
She's too gullible.
I'm tired of the both sides. Either you
She's
gonna be
too gullible.
and you gonna be with the shits, or you gonna work with the people and you gonna go back to your family, my family. Pick one. And you be calling Tariq, caking up on the phone, but then you be talking to Jenny and I'm tired.
Yeah.
Ain't none of these bitches loyal. Cut these hoes off. And what's his name? He finna die too. They gonna get somebody gonna get ass. They gonna get, especially now that Davis' brother out. They gonna kill that motherfucker, and it's about he should have been loyal to Davis.
Yep.
Chasing that pussy, and that lady didn't pussy whipped you and
Yep.
used you for information, and now you gonna lose your life and
When
your job.
I never even understood why Davis had him come work for him in the first place, because
he didn't have nothing. He had nowhere else to go. He didn't got banned from the FBI, DEA, and all that. He couldn't get no job. Davis was the only person who hired him.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why Davis hired him, because he knew he had basically like he was trying to help him out. Fuck that. It's like
that would be good to have a former DEA person working at his company that could get him intel.
Yeah, I mean, I understand, but I'm just saying, like, because of all the other things like Saxon did, and like he kind of like got a hard on for Tariq and them, and like their family. He always working with them, trying to put them away, and couldn't do it, and yada yada yada. And he went there that night with a gun and all that shit. Like, why even have him there? And Tariq is your damn client. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, it's a direct conflict of interest. But it is what it is. He finna get his ass.
It was about the money, because I think, if I'm correct, Sax lost everything. Like his family disowned, like he didn't have shit, so he needed the job. So I guess he thought maybe since he was at rock bottom, maybe it was like he thought that, hey, he here to get this check. We're gonna get this money together. Cool. And Sax was playing the game. But Sax was playing the game till homegirl came around and gave him that coochie. He was cool until he got. Every time Sax gets some coochie, he lose his mind.
I don't think he ever
keep a piece of coochie.
I don't think he ever have even on like regular power, before this one. I don't think he ever had any intention of letting it go, because he's been beat by them so many times, in court, or, not being able to arrest or whatever the fact. Like, he just has a thing about them. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just wants to see them be put away. It just is what it is. Like, that man ain't gonna never let that go. Because of them, he lost all these things and he lost all this money or whatever. He feel like they're the reason why. You think that man finna go to work and you're working with them and he not gonna be like, eavesdropping, trying to see what they got going on? That nigga want them folks in jail. He should have never even hired him. I don't even get that part.
He about to die now.
Definitely. I don't understand how.
So he about to die. I'm telling y'all, Sax is about to die. He got that man brother out. And what y'all, I don't know if y'all pay attention to the background, but the assistant been peeping that nigga coming in and out the office the whole time. I'm telling you, homegirl gonna go in there, and I think she just been waiting for the moment. She gonna be like, Mr. Davis, Sax be coming in your office. It's gonna be on an episode. I'm telling you, and they gonna eliminate his ass. Yeah, and Jenny gonna be like calling that nigga, and that nigga gonna be dead.
Good.
And I want them to kill Jenny ass too.
Me too.
She's so crooked. The only cop I like on the show is the other lady, the Latino
Rodriguez.
Yeah, because she trying to do shit by the book. She really trying to just follow the law. I respect that. But Jeannie ass, Sax ass, hell, Lorenz Tate, crooked ass. I'm like, bruh,
I love Lorenz Tate.
Trying to squeeze 10 cents out of a penny. And every time he come to you, you like, donation, my young brother.
I mean, you expect these crooked ass folks to be like, well, let me be considerate. He has a lot going on. These folks don't give a fuck. No, they don't care. I love Lorenz Tate. Yeah, nigga, give me the damn donation.
That nigga,
You want me to help you? Help me out then. I love it.
his ass still loosening the poles. That's the funny part.
Or whatever the case, I love it. Like every time Tariq come to him, he be like, "Okay, little nigga, what you want? TikTok."
Right. He be like, where the money at, little nigga? Where the donation? I take
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I love it. Cause you can't. But he a criminal himself. You think he's finna be like, let me do him a solid. Just like he gave his damn internship away to light skinned Keisha. Good. Yeah, you can't work up in here. No.
Or Chandria.
Right.
Or Chandria.
Yeah, I love it. I love Lorenz Tate.
Oh, let's see. We almost out of time. Let's see. Let's talk about. Do we want to talk about the church people? Or do we want to talk about the men being emotionally intelligent? We only want it when it's convenient.
Child, let's say both of them for next time and talk about Bel Air.
Okay.
Because we're gonna be on them for a while.
Right. Bel Air. So season 2 has ended. So spoiler alert if you have not watched it.
Mm-hmm.
You can catch our episodes streaming on Peacock. This is not sponsored.
It need to be.
Right. It needs to be. It really does. Because I watch pretty damn near all them shows on there. Bel Air, I saw a tweet or something online that said this season of Bel Air was way more like grittier and drama and intense. And I do agree, but also, in my opinion, first seasons of shows are always slow compared to the rest of the actual series.
Yeah.
You have to build the storyline, build the characters.
Of course. Yeah.
So let's start with the end, I guess, and work our way back. Uncle fucking Phil.
Uncle Phil Daddy.
Stop texting this bitch after hours. Tell her she can only email you.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you.
Because
please,
she gonna make you lose your wife. She gonna make you lose your wife.
Yeah. Okay? And the woman already done slipped up and kissed him. Yeah.
And whispering all in his ear, telling him, this is gonna be fun. Girl, back the fuck up.
Okay. He liked that shit. That's why he letting her do it for real. And that's why Jeffrey was like, that's why Jeffrey was like, that kind of attention from a woman will make any man feel good, but you need to
reel it in.
Please, quickly. You know what I'm saying? Please. Let's do that. Right now. Okay. But let me see. Carlton. That's what I really want to talk about. The crackhead.
He was not doing crack. Cocaine. He was doing expensive drugs.
The crackhead. Because he's on a slippery slope. The way he done yanked up Ashley in that damn school.
He did yoke her ass up.
Yoke her. You won't say a goddamn thing.
He hemmed her ass up.
Yeah, he did. I said, damn, he really a drug addict. And I don't know if it's just me, but do you get like killer vibes from him?
No, I just think it's because he's a generally speaking to most people unattractive man.
No, it ain't got nothing to do with that. It's just like when I think it's because he be so in his head, like when he's thinking about stuff or like whatever. But when she caught him doing the drugs and he looked up like that motherfucker, I said, oh shit. Like I literally got scared for her. I was like, oh shit. Like it's kind of like he got a little multiple personality or something.
He's a drug addict, so
it's just I felt the vibes. It ain't had nothing about how he looked. He looked up at her like she just caught him burying a body or something. I was like, ooh, Ashley.
He caught him snorting cocaine.
And then he was like, well, don't say anything. You don't have to say anything. She was like, I'm not gonna hide your secrets for you. You're not gonna say a goddamn thing. I said, oh. In the school? In the school?
come clean because he knew he had went too far. He had saw himself and he was like,
baby, that arm was up
poor little Ashley with her little gay
here.
stuff.
I
That little
know.
white girl. I'm like, this lesbian right here. Very
When she
lesbian.
find out that little bitch, the one that told on the old Ashley, she gonna be mad.
She said she wasn't though.
I don't believe that heifer. I don't believe her.
She said she didn't. I think
I
she
don't
did.
believe her.
She didn't make sure to wear her little flag pin. So actually, no, I'm one of you too.
Yeah, I think she lying.
I don't know. We gonna see where this go. We gonna see.
Just like when that lady was lying, she came over to the house, talking to Vivian. Like, come on now, you know why that lady was at your house. I hate how they be having Viv on this show a little slow.
I think because she's supposed to be progressive. I think that's why she's supposed to be this free-spirited artist who understands the dynamic of the world and sees everything from the full scheme. You know,
I need her to get with it though. You can be all those things and paint your picture.
I think we're gonna see a little something when she find out homegirl is trying to get her man again.
Yeah. Because I was actually surprised that she went to the office and confronted her.
That's what I'm saying. So I think she got it in her, but you gotta, older women, they be like, look, they give chance. They don't want to just come out the gate with the rah rah. They want to try to be like, Barbara, this is Shirley. Before they be like, now look, bitchy, I'm gonna take these ears. She trying to be mature, and I respect it. I understand and I respect it.
Yeah.
Uncle Phil was not being mature when Michael Ealy was on that last season.
And I said that. I literally said that. I promise you, I said that in here, and I talked to my coworkers. I was like, nah, because last season, this damn nigga then drove out of town and interrupted her thing when she was with Michael Ealy, so she can have that same energy with old girl. Mm-hmm. And they was actually together. She wasn't even with Michael Ealy. He was just flirting with her.
But I thought that was her ex.
I don't know if Michael Ealy was her ex. He was.
I think he was her ex. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The whole thing that he was somebody that she was involved with in her younger years.
Okay. See, I don't know if he just liked her or what.
Okay. Well, I think they had dated. I'm like 80% sure they dated. Then that was the whole thing for Uncle Phil was that he still wants you. He still wants you.
And he did bad.
Real bad.
You ain't the only one around this motherfucker that's cute.
I'm tired of Lisa and Will. Is giving very much so high school relationship off on up down all around.
Very much so.
Lisa don't know who she wants. She don't know if she want light skinned bald nigga. She don't know if she want Carlton. She don't know if she want Will. She just all over. I don't like this Lisa. I'm just gonna be honest. This Lisa is doing a little too much.
I don't think. I think she knows she don't want Carlton, but I think her breakup with Will is not what she wanted. He broke up with her, and I feel like that kind of just sent her into the arms of that other nigga. Mm-hmm. And in true nigga fashion, he saw her over there kicking and giggling, walking with the light skinned nigga, and then he was like, "Hold on, I want my bitch back."
And Carlton kind of fucked up because that's your cousin ex-girlfriend. And I know it was your ex-girlfriend first, but that was your cousin. Yeah, they just broke up. And you gonna come around and give her a gift and all that. That was them drugs too.
Yeah, that was that cocaine. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a little it's giving high school, and I know they're in
it is.
It's so messy, but I'm a little over it now. Also, speaking of messy, Jazz, Coco, and the football nigga.
Yeah. The football nigga fine.
He is a fine specimen of.
I love how they got all these chocolate men in that show. They got a lot of fine chocolate men.
And he doing everything right with the billboard and helping her with her business and all of that. But like I was saying before we started recording, I think in the long run, she gonna wish she would have chose Jazz.
I think she is gonna go to Jazz eventually. I just think that she probably in that little mode where it's like he was doing him, I'm finna do me. And I think that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like this, like we were saying earlier, I don't think that just because somebody tell you they love you, or like, oh, now all of a sudden he want to, because she been texting and calling the damn boy, you know, and all that stuff. Now all of a sudden he want to like pop up because I'm finna go somewhere, because you think I'm finna go somewhere with my ex. Like, I just feel like don't let people like yo your ass and like play you and tug you around. Like, you can't be in and out my life whenever the fuck you feel like it because you want to. So I'm here for it. Go on your trip and live your life and have your things. Okay, that nigga
Yeah,
be at
I
the
just
record
think
store when you get
the
back.
other shoe gonna drop with the football player nigga. I feel like because they're portraying him right now as this perfect man, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what's on the other side?
But you know,
There's
that's
got
how it be when somebody trying to like really get with you. Like, it's like they be doing all the right things, saying all the right things. You know, he just in that little window where he can like show up for her because she need his help. She got the billboard and everything. Like, they in their little honeymoon phase. You know what I'm saying?
right. So that's why I'm like, I want to see the other side because I want to see what kind of man he
Yeah.
really is. Right now, he just showing me he got money, which he played professional ball, so we know that.
Right. He seemed like just like a typical nice guy, but they haven't said anything really about his like background, or like did he
Where
come
his
from?
family at?
Yeah,
Cause
like
he
did he
always
come
like
from
his
money
family.
or
You know, where your
mm-hmm.
people at? Where your mama? Where your I don't know. It's just like I said,
Exactly.
I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop because I'm sure it is.
Yeah, exactly. I think she will go back to Jazz, and I like her and Jazz together. I just think in real life and in general, you can't just like hop just because he said like he over it now. You know what I'm saying? I think sometimes as women, you gotta learn how to like create your boundaries and stick to them.
Yeah.
So I like that for her. But
Yeah,
Jazz will be
I'm
there.
curious to see season 3. I'm assuming that season 3 is gonna be summer break because they left
Spring,
off with
summer,
West Summer. Yeah, I
spring,
think they'll probably record this summer and then it'll drop next year.
spring, summer, um,
Joggers.
summer.
Speaking of that, when they supposed to come back this Sunday? I thought it was this past Sunday, so I was all ready and it didn't come on. So I'm
I think
assuming that it's
it is.
this week.
I
I'm
think
hoping because I
so.
love me some Real Housewives of Atlanta. I have binge watched I don't know how many times. And I'm tired of rewatching episodes I've seen before.
The
I need
old
some new.
seasons are still OG to me because when I tell you
No,
they
they're
are
good. I
funny,
just want some new tea. I want some
they
new.
are
I mean, nobody's
funny.
replacing, but like my favorite is I just she had that bob tucked up tight. Oh, Nene tucked up, and she had it folded
So
up under
stupid.
there. Oh man,
He's stupid.
ooh, that was a
Yeah,
good season. I miss them days. But yeah,
I
I'm
miss
I'm,
her.
I'm ready to see this new season because it seemed like it might be a little drama. It might be a
Mm-hmm.
little drama.
That would be good.
A little.
Hopefully,
I hope Drew give us the real with the divorce. Okay, I don't want to see just the crying and the tears. I want the real tea.
it's gonna be a lot of that.
I want the real tea. And Kenya, I don't want to hear shit else about the divorce. Leave Mark where you found him.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want her to like go on and get her update out the way on the first episode, and then
Right.
from then on, I don't want to hear nothing else about it. Like, don't let
Right.
that be her storyline. I hope she starts dating or something.
I have been seeing the clip where she was showing some man picture, so I'm hoping, you know. And then we see Sheree gonna be on there with what's his name? Are they even still together?
I don't know because
Or
I
just from
just seen
Love
on the shade room that they broke up or they're not together anymore or whatever. So
Which I feel like that was just TV shit anyway.
yeah, me too.
So yeah, I think that's about it because I'm hungry
Yeah,
and I'm having.
yeah. I'm ready.
um,
I'm ready to go too. I'm tired.
so
Um,
yeah, we appreciate y'all. We are almost at 100 episodes. This is
yes,
98 for us.
98.
So
I think. Yeah.
200
Wow.
episodes. We're gonna be at 100.
Yes.
We appreciate y'all rocking with us. We love y'all. Make sure you follow us. Everything's always down there right here. Make sure you
Mm-hmm.
follow me on Instagram at the real Albany Ayana. And then make sure you follow me on Twitter as well at _Albany Ayana _.
And make sure you follow me on Instagram. It is at _ the real Jessica Monique. On TikTok, it is at the real Jessica _ Monique. And if you go to our Twitter page, you'll find my Twitter page too, child. I think it's at Jessie _ Monique with 2 E's at the end. So yeah,
Right.
thank you so much for watching. All our other tags and everything is down below. You already know that. You know where to find us at this point. Make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share this with somebody who loves a funny ass podcast, a great podcast. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
High volume.
Ay, boy, you know you need to come give me that dick. He wanna hit from the back cause I'm thick. I like to fuck on him when I get lit. Yeah, tell me this pussy is shit. Ay, oh, he's so thirsty.